What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today on the table in front of us is the Kubey KU220TI. This is a funky and cool knife. It really is. It is 4 inches of S35VN with a 3.5-inch cutting surface. It is all titanium running on bearings. Kubey has a new pivot, as you can see. It has a little bit of style to it. It uses standard Torx all the way around, although they are nice large Torx screws, so you're not, fighting with stripping stuff out as you go. The blade is a nice gray stonewash. The blade, let's talk about that. This blade is interesting. It has a swedge that runs, deep swedge that's cut through here and then runs to a peak, as you can see, and then the swedge continues all the way down to where it drops this sort of reverse tanto down to the tip of the blade. The tip of the blade is very robust because of that, although the blade has a relatively thin profile because of all of the swedge cutting through here. As you can see back here, we're looking at about 3 millimeters of S35VN. Look, this is one of those knives where they took a chance, and I'm happy that they did. Some knife designers go so far out into the art spectrum that the knife loses its functionality. This is not that knife. It is funky looking, no question. It may not be for everyone. I wasn't even sure it was for me when I first got it. But when I did, I realized that because they left the blade alone where it matters, it's got this beautiful belly, it is very thin behind the edge back here, it works like crazy. This is a science fiction-y looking straight up work knife. Let's do a size comparison. As you can see, it is very similar in dimensions to the Rat Model 1. It's a little thicker through the handle, but blade length, and overall size, it really does fill about the same space. Look, I just love this thing. I didn't think I was gonna. Honestly, it came out of the box and I thought, I don't know. But then I carried it and used it. And again, they took all of this design, all of this interesting styling, all this milling. Oh, look at that back. I love this backspacer. A little more than half the handle. It looks beautiful back here. It's got a little bit of jimping on it in case you were going to hold the knife this way. Again, I don't know, maybe you gas station fight. I don't, but it is not obtrusive, but it just feels nice that it's there. So there's all this external milling. There is milling on the inside, which I'm not going to be able to show you in this light to keep the weight down a little bit. They put a lot of thought into this thing, and primarily where they landed with their thoughts was, it's got to still work, and we're back to this beautiful blade. I love this. I just love the sweep of the cutting edge. I love the overall shape of it. This is a tough, durable, usable EDC knife, if you like the EDC larger knives, that also has a ton of really interesting style. I give them a ton of credit for that. I've enjoyed having it in the collection. I'm really glad they did this. Now, these do come in other colors. The handles come in other colors, and there is a satin finish blade as opposed to the stonewash, if you're into that sort of thing. This is the one I chose because it appeals to me and my sense of aesthetic, but you can do something different if you wanted. Of course, the overall aesthetic of the knife would have to work for you in the first place, and I know that probably isn't going to be for everyone, but it is for me. The action on this knife is so good. It really is. It never misses. I have yet to be able to fail it. No matter how lightly I flip this flipper tab, this blade just snaps out. It's really very good that way. And the action on the close is very smooth. This is Kubey really doing a great thing as far as I'm concerned. I love that it won't be for everyone. I love that some of you won't like it. That's okay. That means that it has pushed itself out into a space that, for those that do dig this sort of thing, and I'm one of them, it's gonna be great. It doesn't have to be for everyone. But here's the thing. If you are looking for a different, interesting, unique knife to add to the collection that also just works on an EDC and daily basis, the Kubey KU220i is a great direction to go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We'd love to have you here on a regular basis. For those of you that are subscribed, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.